They've done it again. They have changed everything. I mean, like everything once again. It is crazy. Let me give you a tour of this brand new global update. Hey everyone, what's happening? Lex back today for another Brawl Stars video, and today we have got a lot of stuff to cover because the game has completely changed once again. There are some stuff that you know about, like new Brawler Leon that you're seeing on your screen right now, but there's also some things that you don't know about yet, like a completely brand new Darryl rework, a new modifier that's in game, some different map changes, great quality of life features, and of course this insane new UI. So let me show you around this entire update as quick as I can because there is a lot to cover. Now, if you're anything like me, you take a look at this screen and you're like, what the what? Yeah, everything has changed. As I said, we're gonna go over all of this real quick, and then we're gonna show some Leon gameplay as well as all the other changes, and there is a boatload. So buckle up because we're gonna get through this as quick as possible. Let's take a look at the screen real quick, and I will highlight all the different buttons because everything is on one screen now. No swapping between tabs. Top left-hand side is your profile as normal. Your trophy road is accessible through there, so that's very cool. Up in the top, you've got your resources, tickets, gems, and coins. Just to the right of that is a very important button. That is your friends button, or your kind of a social kind of button. It shows you who is online on your friends. Your team chat, which teams are now called, or actually, you know, instead of being in a game room, it's called being in a team. So there's that. And then club chat. Club chat is bands. Bands are no longer, they are now called clubs. So let's join a club right here, 3D for life. You know we gotta go with that 3D for life. We are now in a band, and this is kind of cool. It shows you who's online, and you can invite directly from here, just like that. That's very cool. Now, up at the top right is just your settings, just like normal. Nothing's really changed there. Now on the right-hand side, we've got our battle log, our rankings, and the news tab. Of course, the battle log, same as before, no replays yet. Rip the dream. Hopefully soon after global though. Just below that, you have a friendly game create section. So this is where you create a friendly game right here, but that's how you create a friendly game. You can invite people from your band. That's gonna take some getting used to. Club, not band, club. I just got keys. And that's changed too. No! Now, down on the bottom, you've got your event section with your 5 different tabs. That's right, 5, not just 4 anymore, 5. The ticketed events have their own tab. The 4th one still always has that modifier active, so that's cool. On the bottom left-hand side are your boxes. On the left-hand side there, you've got the big box, and on the right-hand side, you've got the normal Brawl box. You can open them directly from here. I don't have enough tokens to get them yet. Again, tokens, because they're no longer called keys, they are called tokens. On the left-hand side, we have a social tab. This shows your club and all the people that are online and whatnot, and what they're doing. Normally, just like your band tab, or club tab, as you would normally do right there. That's all the same. You've got your shop. There's not much change there. And then you've got your brawlers. If you hit your brawlers, looks kind of like always before, but for all intents and purposes, the brawlers tab is the same. When you want to go to select a game mode, let's say you want to go to your brawlers here, go to Shelly here. We got to get that Star Shelly skin. We're going to select that. You select it from there, and then it shows up in the middle there, and that's who you're going to be playing with. You'd go into your game mode. Let's say we wanted to play that, and we'd go for it, just like that. That's how you hop into a game. Here's one thing that I kind of breezed over, but right here, your team chat. This is where you're gonna talk with your people in your game room. So that's your game room chat. There's no chat that's right here. That's one thing that I'm not super fond of, but that is how it is. Right here, team chat, and that's where you talk when you're in a game room or in a team. But that's pretty much the entire UI in a nutshell real quick. Now let's take a look at the new Brawler Leon, the legendary Brawler Leon. He is actually a ton of fun to play, and I do not think he is overpowered. His reload speed is pretty darn slow, so I think that really balances him out. Now, people are gonna have a hard time with him at first until they kind of get used to the mechanics, but I think that he is going to be a great addition, really shake up the meta and be a lot of fun to play. Look at him, he's got a sucker in his mouth. I didn't know what that was just off that first picture we saw, but there you go. Now, his star power is called Smoke Trails. Basically what it does, it gives him a good speed boost whenever he's invisible, or whenever he's in stealth, he gets a big speed boost. That's really cool. His attack, as you can see here, it does 700 damage. That's at close range, 700. It scales way down at maximum range, so you really got to be up close to do that damage, or at least a lot of it. However, he doesn't have a ton of health, so it's kind of a risk versus reward type of situation, but he is a lot of fun. Only one skin at the moment, but old Leon is pretty darn awesome. Now, while you're watching a little bit of this gameplay here, let's answer a couple questions that I know that people have been asking about him. So Leon's stealth lasts for 10 seconds, and while he is in stealth or invisible, if he takes damage, he kind of flickers. He doesn't go completely out of his invisibility unless he attacks. If you attack, you're done, your super is over, you are out in broad daylight. Now, if you pick up a Brawl ball while you're invisible, yeah, they can see you. It's not just a ball kind of moving across the screen. That would be pretty funny though. Now again, while he's invisible, if he does certain things, you can briefly see him like he just kind of flickers. That's if he's taking damage. If he's picking up gems or stars or power-ups, you'll see him very shortly, but not for very long. And pets and or turrets, cannons, Jesse's cannon, Nita's bear, they cannot see Leon when he is invisible, when he's in stealth, so you can run right past them and they cannot see him, so that's very cool to know. So I'm going to show you up in here all the different new models and skins that are available now. Starting off with Shelly, of course, we got her standard skin, we've got the Bandita skin, and we've got the Star Shelly skin. Next up, we've got Bull. Of course, he's got the standard skin that he has always had, but of course it's been redone, and we've got the new Viking skin, and it looks so much better than it did before. Before, it was like the ugliest skin. I would have never played with it, even though I bought it. Hashtag Dirty Jimmer for life. But it looked horrible. Now it actually looks really awesome. I am loving the way that this looks. You guys let me know in the comments down below what you guys think of these new skins or the redone skins, because I think they look awesome. Next up, we got Nita. She's got, of course, her standard skin and the panda skin. Of course, we can't forget our favorite barkeep, Barley. Now, one cool thing to note here is his standard skin and his golden skin. His standard one, he's got that bottle, but his golden one, he's got like a Molotov cocktail. That is really cool, so it's actually a different projectile that he's throwing. Very cool. Of course, Dynamite here got remodeled. He doesn't have a skin, but check out this new model in better definition. It actually, I love it. The way that it looks in game, it looks really, really cool. And Brock, he's got his standard skin. Of course, he's been completely redesigned, and he's got his Beach Brock skin, and that Beach Brock skin is off the chain because he's got his towel. Of course, he's got the pink flippers. You can't lose those pink flip-flops. And his rocket, check it out. It's like a shark. How cool is you got a shark that shoots rockets out of its mouth. That in itself is worth it. That is so awesome. Now, there has been a lot of changes in the environments and the UI. Of course, we've talked about the UI. You guys got to get the rundown on that as well. But the 3D maps and stuff, I have been playing them, and I absolutely love them. I was worried that the angle was going to be different, even though they said it wasn't. It just looked different, but no, it feels the same. You don't feel like you're playing anything different, except you're like immersed in this much better environment. And like even on the sides, you'll see like the little mine carts going by, and in Bounty, you got like this fire at the end. It is so awesome, guys. You are gonna love the new 3D maps. Of course, there's a new loading screen. That was pretty cool as well. Caught me off guard, but very cool. This is one that I love. There is now a map preview for every single map. So if you check out the maps right here, like if we look at Brawl Ball Super Stadium, you just press that little info button and bam, you've got an image of the map. No longer are you worried about, oh crap, which map is this again? Which is good because of this reason right here. Let me show you. A lot of the maps have been renamed completely. So look at Undermine. What's Undermine? I don't know what it is. Oh, you look at it. Okay, it's Terracotta Square. Or is that the name of the gym grab version of it? I'm already confused, but they've got a lot of maps that have new names, especially in gym grab. Deep Siege. You know, it's like Deep Hollows kind of like, but they've even changed some of these maps as well. Like Hard Rock Mine has been changed. See, they've got extra structures in the center. So it's very interesting, but if you don't know what maps they are or you want to keep up on the changes, just hit that info tab because it will tell you everything that you need to know about what has changed in these maps. That is very, very cool. That's something that the community has requested for a long time, and props to Brawl Stars because they listened and added it in-game. So of course I mentioned that keys are now called tokens. You've got that. Star keys are now called star tokens. Bands, of course, have been renamed to clubs. We've got a lot of name changes to keep track of here, not only maps, but different stuff in the UI as well. And then also, the boss fight has been renamed to Big Game. So there you go, a bunch of new names to keep track of. Now there have been some big changes to the game modes as well. there is a brand new modifier in game called Healing Mushrooms. What it does is it spawns big areas that heal the player when they're inside of it. It's like kind of like Pam's healing station, but bigger, and it heals for like 1,000 a tick. It is really crazy and can really change the swing of the game entirely. Also, now in Life Leech, all player base healing has been reduced by 75%. So no longer can you just go out there as Barley and just sit there and chuck those bottles and infinitely live, or like, you know, Poco or Pam. They are going to be nerfed in those game modes, so they can't heal themselves quite as much as they could before. As you're seeing on screen, maxed out Barley's only healing himself for 50 per throw, and he's ticking for 56. So he can keep himself pretty square, but not completely. So they have gotten a nerf in that area. And some changes to the Angry Robot modifier as well. No longer can the robot that spawns see other players in bushes. It can't hide in bushes itself. And this is the big change, I think, is as you'll see here on the screen, is that if you kill the robot, it drops 5 power cubes. So there's a huge incentive to kill that robot and pick up all those 5 power cubes. I can envision some big fights happening around that robot, trying to get those power cubes that it drops, because that is a big, big boost in Showdown. Also, brawlers can charge their supers up while shooting the robot. That also is a big difference. Now the robot isn't just like an annoyance in there or something that you can kite around and kind of ignore. No, it is going to be very beneficial to kill that robot, charge your super, and get a lot of power-ups. That's going to be fun. Now we've got some miscellaneous changes that don't necessarily fall into one category or another. We've got the ticketed game modes, of course, have been moved to their own slot, the 5th slot. They'll always stay there. They'll never interrupt you on the weekends. The modifier game mode is always going to be on the 4th slot, as you can see right here. There have been some matchmaking improvements, so hopefully you'll get better matches, and there have been new languages added to the game as well. All of those great features. Now let's take a look at the balance changes coming to this, because the meta is about to really get shaken up. Let's go over that real quick, because there is a massive rework to Darryl, not just balance changes. Darryl has been completely redone. He is totally different, and we'll go over that as well. But let's take a look at the balance changes real quick. Colt's getting buffed with his attack and super damage from 280 up to 300. Crow is getting buffed as well. It only takes him 8 daggers and poison to get his super, rather than used to be 9 daggers and poison. Bull is getting a health buff from 5,000 to 5,200. Pam is getting a health buff from 4,200 to 4,400. Jesse is getting a reload speed buff from 2 seconds down to 1.8. Penny is getting nerfed. Finally, her cannonballs no longer land randomly around you. They will land exactly where you are, so that is good. You can time where you need to be to make sure you get out of the way of those cannon shots. And her attack speed has been decreased by 6%. Tara gets a super nerf. It now takes her 13 hits rather than 12 to build up that super. Spike is getting both a nerf and a slight change. The spikes that shoot out from his main attack are no longer random. They will have a definite pattern, as well as the nerf comes in is its main attack range goes from 5 tiles to 4.33. So Spike gets a range nerf, which is usually one of the hardest nerfs to hit somebody. And now for the Darryl rework. It's not just some balance changes. No, Darryl has been completely redone. He plays like a totally different brawler now. Let's go over what those changes are. His super range, notably, is the big one here. It is no longer 23.3 tiles. It is now 7. That's right, 7. It's almost just like a mini charge, honestly, is what it kind of amounts to. Pretty interesting, but don't freak out just yet, because there are some really cool things that are happening along with that. When he does activate his super, though, he gets a shield that reduces his damage taken by 30% for 3.5 seconds. So whenever you charge in, you do get a damage reduction for 3.5 seconds. However, his super charges in only 7 hits. So it only takes him 7 hits to charge up his super, but that's not all, because while he's sitting there doing nothing, he automatically charges his super. So over 20 seconds, even if you stand in the corner and do nothing, you will charge up your super in every 20 seconds. Now, he doesn't roll very far, but every 20 seconds you can be rolling somewhere. His super attack damage is, of course, nerfed because he's going to be doing it so often. It used to be 640 and now it is 400. His main attack damage has also been nerfed from 360 to 260, so quite a big nerf to the damage department in Darryl and his main attack. And his health has been also nerfed from 5,000 to 4,000. So Darryl has been completely redone. You're seeing some gameplay of Darryl here. He's just a completely different beast now. It's going to be really interesting to see where he fits in the meta, because he's no longer that heist specialist. He is just a completely different animal. We'll see where this makes him fall in the game and what he's going to be used for moving forward. Some gameplay changes. All super abilities can now be activated anytime. So if you're in the middle of a shot and you need to use your super, you do not have to wait for that shot to end. Like as you're seeing right now, Pam starts a shot but instantly can drop down a super. That's a pretty cool small feature that it's not super helpful on all brawlers, but you know, there's that certain time when you really need it, now you'll get it. Respawn location indicators have been added while you're in game, so you can see right when someone's about to respawn. You'll see that circle getting bigger. When it gets to the full size, bam, they've respawned, so you know when they're going to respawn and where they're going to respawn. That's a nice feature. In Brawl Ball, you can see which direction your teammates are aiming the ball, as well as they've added haptic feedback for the super controls. When you get it to the center of it, it'll kind of buzz on you. Your iPad or your phone will buzz, and you'll know exactly when you got it back to the middle. Very nice little useful feature there. We have some new voices for the brawlers. We've got new voices for Penny, Pam, and Poco. I'm going to show them all to you right now. Got the files right here. Here comes Penny's voices.
Yeah! Ha ha! Bye-bye. Yes! #1! I'm the best! Yeah! Let's go! Yeah! Ha ha!
And of course, we've got Pam.
Oh, scrap it. It's just a scratch. Oh, Mama's gotta rest. Oh, you'll pay for this. Nuts and bolts. Banana oil. Don't be crying. Nothing to salvage. Not tough enough. You got scrapped. Top of the scrap heap. This is my scrap yard. Rubbish rampage. Who's your mama? My tools ain't for fools. Let's get scrappy. Wham bam, here comes Pam. Come to mama. I'll fix you up. Repair, reuse, recycle. Come on, we can do this. Time to fix this mess.
And last but certainly not least, Poco.
I'm bailing. Hey, you broke my guitar. I got a bone to pick. You ruined my solo. Wow, dude. Whoa, like whatever. Not cool. Too bad, man. Wow, that sucks. Still friends? I'm stoked. I'm turning it up to 11. Poco goes loco. Feel the power of music. Let's get this party started. Give me a beat. Let's rock. Musical mayhem. Lead guitar for the win. Sweet sounds. Power chord.
So it looks like that's going to wrap it up for the update. There's a lot of stuff. I condensed it all down as quick as I could. I hope you guys enjoyed the brevity and all the new stuff in this update. You guys let me know in the comments down below. What do you think of this update? Is your mind blown? Are you loving it? Are you hating it? Give me some feedback in the comments down below. I know the devs would love to hear that feedback as well. I hope you guys are going to love this because I think it is so awesome. It's going to take a little bit of getting used to, but it's going to be really super duper cool. So hope you guys enjoyed the video. And as always, until next time, I'll catch you guys on the flip side. Peace out.
Hey, subscribe 2 Legs and go watch more videos, or else Bull is coming for you. You better believe it, cause no one beats the Bull. Take these guns and stay down. That's right.